Joytown is one of only 5 secondary schools in Kenya that admits students with physical disabilities. Despite the many challenges students face, the school is living up to its name. Africa 54's Esther Gitui-Ewart visited Joytown and brings us this story of resilience.
Thika Town is a 30-minute drive from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. And tucked away just meters from Thika Town on this dusty road lies Joytown, the school 240 students call home. The principal, Leah Kamonye, says there is still considerable stigma associated with physical disabilities. She tells us the story of one student who was even shunned by his own family.
We had a student who did not have disabilities here. And he was from a broken home, and we even housed him in the school. Even when the others go home, he would be left here. He was staying with some well-wishers, but just by the fact that he came to Joytown, they rejected him that he is going to bring the spirits of the disabilities to the family.
Merab Imai, a teacher at the school, has physical challenges of her own. She's most worried about students with spina bifida, which affects their bladder control and bowel movements.
This child keeps on moving out of class to the washrooms to make themselves to be neat, to be tidy, to be able to attend the class. And many a times, so the teacher gets that distraction, the child has gone out. Sometimes you are forced to pause, maybe to wait for this child to be able to receive the message you want to pass on.
In another classroom, teacher Sabina Kavila asks students to recap their last lesson. Students use their toes and mouths to write. Some have cerebral palsy, a disorder that affects balance and movement of muscle tone. The principal says they've lost some students to various forms of cancer and muscular dystrophy, a disease that causes progressive weakness and loss of muscle mass.
We have never lost a student to school fees. If a student comes in Form 1 on a wheelchair with the muscular dystrophy, we sort of assure they will not complete Form 4.
Martin Marcia, a senior at the school, says most students would like to share their experiences with students elsewhere who have similar challenges.
Some of them are like, why don't we go outside the country, like in America, and go and see these people, like all they do their things, and they normally do their normal activities. For example, even I'm sure in America we have people who have special needs like us.
The principal says Joytown was not designed to accommodate the physical challenges of students.
The resources that are needed to make their life livable here, their life comfortable, we are far short of that. There are some students that we actually spoon feed. They cannot hold a spoon, but they are expected to write down what they know, because that is what will be assessed.
Are the teachers specially trained to handle these children with disabilities?
The majority of the teachers are now trained, but they get trained after they are here. So for Joytown, you are not required to have special education before you come, but once you are here, you find the need.
At the time of the interview, Faith Wairimo, the school's vice president, had just had one of her legs amputated. Nevertheless, she is upbeat and loves music.
I like to be a musician.
Can you sing something for me?
Yes.
Sing.
Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest. Without you, I fall apart, 'cause you're the one that guides my heart.
Martin Marcia, too, has talents of his own.
This is some of my artworks. Here is the current president, President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president Kibaki, and Martin Luther King.
Joytown students say they don't want sympathy. They want recognition and a chance to prove that physical disability is certainly not inability to succeed. Esther Gitui-Ewart, VOA News, Washington. And that's our show for today. You can find all the continent's top news and world news online at voaafrica.com. Check it out. I'm Esther Gitui-Ewart in Washington. Chamberlain Uso has our last word from Lagos.
We look forward to bringing you another show next week. ChannelsTV.com is your source for news and other programming. I'm Chamberlain Uso. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.